Shalom uvracha, Mirushalayim Mir HaKodesh. Our section of study this week, Parashat Re'eh, contains within it one of the main sources in Torah literature, wherein we study many of the laws and details of the Torah insights into tzedakah and charity. Any serious student of chapter 15 of our Torah portion, with special emphasis on verses 6 through 11 of that chapter, will begin to comprehend the complexity of God's commandments to us, teaching us levels of sensitivity to the suffering destitute. Lo te'ametz et levavecha. Don't harden your heart. Be sensitive. Be kind. Be caring. Don't give charity only with your hands. Give charity with your heart. Lo te'ametz et levavecha. Put your heart into your relationship with the poor. Isaiah taught, V'tafek, Isaiah 58, verse 10, V'tafek lara'ev nafshecha. Bring out your soul to the hungry. What does my soul have to do with the hungry? If I want to bring something to the hungry, I should bring them food, not my soul. They're not interested in eating. V'tafek lara'ev. You feed the hungry from the depths of your soul. It has to be a soulful type of event. The Gemara teaches in Tractate Bava Batra 9b that anyone involved in giving even the smallest level of donation, the smallest amount of charity to a poor person, is blessed. There's a special level of blessing even for the smallest donation. The rabbis enumerate 6 levels of blessings. But a person who adds loving, comforting, heartfelt words to his or her donation reaches 11 new additional levels of heavenly blessing. V'amar Rabbi Yitzhak, Kol hanotein pruta la'ani mitbarech b'sheish brachot v'hamefayiso b'dvarim mitbarech b'yud aleph brachot. Spend that extra moment talking to the person in need. Spend that extra time commiserating with him or with her, feeling their pain, joining with them, discussing possibilities of how to get them out of that situation, talking to them about a brighter future. Charity, as understood in our literature, generally speaking, and specifically in Parashat Re'eh, charity tzedakah is both a financial form of assistance to the pauper, but it is also to be an emotional source of strength as well. It makes such a difference from a Torah perspective how we give the charity. Are we taking the dollar bill and throwing it begrudgingly? Can that behavior be congruent with the readings in Parashat Re'eh? Are we making them, God forbid, feel marginal and insignificant? Naton, read the parasha. Naton titain lo. The double expression. Naton titain. The rabbis discuss why the need for two words, which more or less mean the same thing. You shall surely give, is the way it's translated in most commentaries. Naton titain. If you've already taken care of the need of this poor person, and God forbid they fall into poverty again, do you have the patience to deal with them a second time? Deja vu. I went through this already. I helped them already. I assisted them. Maybe some a new face at my door. The same person again. Naton titain. And the spelling of naton, so I don't have the board here. Naton, nun, taf, vav, naton. Naton, like, give graciously. You should surely give charity to the poor. Give it generously, repeatedly, lovingly, wholeheartedly. V'lo yera levavecha, teaches the Torah in Parashat Re'eh, our section. When you're giving it, v'lo yera levavecha b'titecha lo. Let not your heart feel grieved when you are giving the donation to the poor. Do we, God forbid, make the needy feel embarrassed or ashamed for having to ask? V'lo yera levavecha b'titecha lo. Don't feel bad about giving charity, and don't make the recipient feel bad either. The rabbis teach that we are required to share our support of the poor in a way that will not shame them. For example, in Parashat Re'eh, our Torah section dealing with the laws of charity, it says, Naton titain lo. Naton titain lo. You shall surely give to this person. What's the need for that word lo? Lo with a vav. Means to him, right? Well, obviously, who else should I give the charity to? We're talking about dealing with the needs of the poor person. And if indeed the Torah is written with the law of conservation of space, so she say naton titain, naton titain. What naton titain lo? Obviously lo. We're talking about the poor people. What is the word lo? What does it come to add? Give the donation to him. Give the donation to her. Obviously, it should be given to him or to her. What else would I think? To whom else would I imagine giving this gift? The rabbis teach in Sifrei, Naton titain lo, make it a private, confidential matter. Naton titain lo. Who should be there at the time that you're giving the donation? Just you and the person. Titain lo. It's a private matter. You don't get up in front of a whole community. I am now about to present so and so. Naton titain lo. Make it a private, confidential happening, just between you and him, just between you and her. In the language of the Sifrei, Rashi quotes part of it. Beino leveincha. Between you and him, between you and her. Titain lo. Why is it anyone else's business that you're helping them? Privately and discreetly. Spare the shame. Spare them the embarrassment of having to be identified as a person who is accepting charity donations. In the Maimonidean categorization of the 8 levels of tzedakah charity, as Rambam enumerates in the 10th chapter of his code in the laws of the gifts to the poor, the lowest possible level. There's 8 levels of charity. The lowest is when a person gives the gift to the poor with a begrudging, sad, and annoyed look. The lowest level, says Rambam. Pachot mizeh, pachot mizeh, pachot mizeh. The lowest, sheiten lo be'etzef. Kol hanotein tzedakah la'ani, says Rambam. Perek Yud Halacha Gimel, chapter 10, the 3rd paragraph. Kol hanotein tzedakah la'ani, v'sever panim ra'ot, afilu notein lo elef zuvim. I don't know how to translate elef zuvim. Let's translate that $1,000. You're giving $1,000 donation, elef zuvim, but you're giving it b'sever panim ra'ot. Your facial expression, your internal heart, which is coming out on your face, is indicating that you don't really want to give it to him. Ibeid zechuto v'hifsida. You lost merit. I've often thought that the mnemonic to remember the section of Torah dealing with charity is that it is in the section called Re'eh. That's the way I once had it memorized in my mind. The section of tzedakah is in Re'eh. Re'eh means to see. Because maybe we have to have sensitivity to the poor in Parashat Re'eh. See. Seeing is the key to charity. Do we see the poor? Do we take note of other people's needs? Do we see what's wrong with them? Do we see what they need? Do we wait till they approach us? Or do we re'eh? Says the Rambam, a lower level of charity is if you're going to give the donation, give it before they ask. A lower level is to give to the poor only after having been approached and asked. Maybe Parashat Re'eh is the parasha of seeing. Our parasha teaches, V'ra'ah eincha b'achicha evyon. Your eye will not see properly. You will look in an improper way to your suffering brother. Be careful not to look unkindly. Re'eh! Be careful not to look unkindly at your brother and sister who is poor. See the poor. Ki tereh, Isaiah 58. Ki tereh aron b'chisito. See the need of the person. See the person who needs clothing. See the needs. See the need for provisions of an individual. We are constantly asking, beseeching God's blessing to respond to our prayers. One way to accomplish that, we ask God all the time to see us. So we ask God to see us, and we have to see others. Over and over again in the book of Psalms. Psalm 9, Psalm 119. Re'eh, Re'eh on ye, Re'eh on ye. Our Re'eh chapter suggests and sensitizes us to the need to see the poor, to see their suffering, and to feel with them. May we all study together Parashat Re'eh. May there be no need for charity. May it become something obscure of the past. Maybe there's a concept of perhaps Efes Kilo Yeh B'Chayavyon. A world will no longer be poor and will only be studied academically. Until that point, may we each be able to see and to take care lovingly and properly and heartfeltly all of the needs of those in need. Thank you so much for listening. Misha Berach Avoteinu Abraham Yitzchak Yaakov Moshe Avraham David Shlomo Yivarech V'Yapeh Yichazek V'Yitzor V'Yishmor Et Yirmiyahu Ben Priva Nechamam V'et Sarah Shirel Bat Lorraine V'et Ephraim
Israel Ben Asnat.
Ephraim Israel Ben Asnat Yachad Im Kol Cholei
Yosef Ben Sarah.
Yosef Ben Sarah